Able to give me a shitty checkpoint like last time. There we go.
Oh, hey, that's handy. A map of the evil kidnap. See, there it is.
Yeah, we went through this.
Layer in big letters. Even have it underlined. How? I guess that must be where the
Not
cultists gather. Let's not be there for the moment. What else is there? Oh, hey, it looks like we're close to all. That's not the hope they've budgied.
Yeah, we went through this.
And it seems this tunnel system links up with all the cemeteries around here, with different ways to get to each.
Cats, left, right, right, left,
I'm
left.
sure that's not in any way, shape, or form going to be important. Maybe I should explore for myself a little. Worst case, I can always check the map if I forget anything in 2 minutes or so.
Yep, come.
I better check the map out again if I'm gonna get out of here. I'd better check the map out again if I'm gonna get out of here.
Feels long.
I'd better check the map out again if I'm gonna get out of here.
Left, right, right, left, left, right. Left. Doing turn.
You know, as raw take down the weirdo cult as I am, I sort of feel like walking right into their little meeting to tell them off isn't quite the right way to do it. It just seems so gauche. Not to mention dangerous as heck, though clearly that wouldn't stop me.
Achievable. We just started. I went one way and we saw them doing their meeting, but he said don't go there. No, I didn't finish it.
Oh, they got a cell down here too.
Oh my god, it's a human. Why didn't you finish it? Okay, I didn't want to. Oh, and he has normal cats with him. Wow. Oh my god, he's so creepy.
Everything a cult HQ needs for nefarious shenanigans.
You first. Who's there? Albert? How do you know my name? My god, you've grown, Albert, and started walking around on 2 paws, wearing clothes and talking. Wait, you're not my Albert, are you? Albert of this universe. Of course, it makes sense. Actually, no, nothing is making sense right now. Let's start with something makes sense of. Who are you? There's Erwin Schrödinger, a physicist specializing in quantum theory. These are my cats, Niels, Warner, and Max. Wait, that's not possible. Some sort of lecture trip abroad, I think. I'm fairly certain you're not weirdly pink and furless. Must be my counterpart from this universe, I imagine. There are multiple Alberts. It stands to reason there are multiple Schrödingers. That's not right. What was the name Mr. G mentioned? The one trapped in the closet, weren't you? That was me. His wife trapped me in there after I arrived in your world. Mr. G found me and went for help. Wife returned before he did. He and her cultist friends brought me here. I've been stuck here ever since. Wait for when they forced me to work in the lab. Lab? Our world? Hang on, what are you talking about? Not from your world. It's complicated to explain. Tried to tell Mr. G, but I don't think he quite understood. He didn't understand it. I'm in deep cow pats. Just try explaining it like I'm 5 years old. Because, well, I am 5 years old. Start with our world. What do you mean by our world? Or your world? Whatever. You see, in quantum theory, there's the idea of the multiverse. Multiple universes all existing simultaneously, parallel to each other. Lost me. At every event point, diversion can occur, creating a new universe. Multiverse is a quantum superposition with infinitely increasing divergent quantum worlds. I'm with you all the way up to I, you see. Alright, well, the simple version is that there are infinite worlds and dimensions out there, each springing out a different choice or outcome. Let's say you chose to have butter on your toast for breakfast this morning instead of jam. That means parallel to this world, there's a world where instead of you... Your phone thing. Instead you chose jam. The rest of the day played out accordingly. Joke's on you. I had both butter and jam and toast this morning. The point is that every potential outcome in all history, there's a word for it. World for it, and then worlds for outcomes within outcomes, diverging further and further. Those worlds would be identical to ones you know, while others would be very different. Point where, checkmate, Dinger. Point where some have animals that don't speak or wear clothes or stand like humans. What are human? Point exactly. The world doesn't have them, due to some earlier difference in history. And yet, I am one myself. Both worlds have Schrodingers, and it seems Alberts. They're very different animals. Literally in some cases. Anyway, anything else I can explain? Oh, you said the cult had you work in the lab. What does that mean? When I first arrived, I told that she-wolf what had happened and where I came from. Thought she could help, but then she told her cult they got an idea. Thought they could use me and my work to achieve their own evil ends. They locked me in here and made me work on their little project. How's that been going? Bad for them. None of them know anything about quantum physics and engineering. They just threw me in and threatened me to work. First I refused. What was my life to stopping them anyway? Then they brought Neil, Max. I couldn't put them at risk. Weird looking cats? Threaten them? Yes, unless I designed something that helped. Even then, they didn't know what I was doing, so they would have worked on something to help me escape. More fool me. Tired of my delays and excuses and locked me up for good. First, I realized I was just a backup plan. Backup for what? Rainy day? For finding all my cats and collecting their collars too. God. Collars. Tell me, are they safe? The cult recovered 3 of these kitties here. What of mine? And my Albert. How did you get in this cell anyway? Ratchet, how did you get in Mr. G's closet to start with? Mrs. G, oh well. I was conducting some experiments involving atomic disruption and translocation involving wave functions of... On second thought, considering no one else seems to understand what I was testing, I'll try and keep it basic. Suffice to say, I was working on an experimental machine that required a test subject. Considering I had already done major thought experiments with cats, I figured it was only fitting to use one again. Cat agreed? World cats barely agree to anything. My Albert eventually got in a box. I activated the machine. When I opened the box, Albert was gone, along with his collar. I had no idea where he'd gone or what happened to him. Stopped the experiment in its tracks so you could find my counterpart, right? No. In science, you must repeat experiments to ensure results are accurate. Did it again with Max, Warner, and Niels. By the time I realized what had happened, their callers had supercharged a machine to cause multiversal teleportation. All of them had vanished. I was very worried. I needed to follow them. Got in the multi-vehicle teleprompter box. Along with the callers, and heard the same travel reversal would occur. It did, albeit with some complications. One of the complications was appearing in a certain apartment, along with a large implosion that took out the wall. Oh, that kept coming up from where you and your cat teleporting in. That's right. In my case, certainly caught the attention of a man living there. This is G. She had a concern, asked me what I was doing there. I told her everything. She offered me some rather potent tea that put me to sleep. Sounds like you know the rest. Don't worry, the callers are safe. Well, 2 of them are. Thank goodness. Glad my friend Mr. G was able to take them. I've got both of them on me in my pocket. You what? You stupid cat, why would you bring them here? You know they're what the call's looking for? Understand why they're so important, other than you know the can teleport places thing. Remember that sent cats here, supercharger callers with simple or accurate. Oh, simple, 100% of the time. Well, the collars got charged with energy when they were transported to this world, plus the power to be in 2 places at once, like a teleporter, as you apparently found. All 5 were in the same place, so it would have enough combined energy to do that for places between worlds, ripped open a space-time fabric between them. Still not simple enough. Is that good or bad? Very bad. One thing for a human or a cat to come from one world to another, but entire universe? Even I couldn't guess what might happen. One world crowding out another, both worlds being merged by force, both worlds blinking out of existence. Yeah, the last one seems like something that should be avoided for sure. Indeed. Which is why I gave my caller Mr. G to keep it away from the cult. Bring it straight to them. What's the deal with these cats, for starters? They look, different. Small, naked. That's natural for our world. Our world cats are small, adorable pets that live around humans as companions. What? Impossible. Surely with our intellect and manipulation skills, we'd be playing the show and forcing other species to do our bidding. So well, you're not entirely wrong there. Good. Great idea of us being pets. Never have masters. We'd have staff. Any rate, these 3, well, 4 with my Albert have been a big help, giving me company in the lab and so on. So I got an idea to try my new machine on them, see how it worked. Never thought it would react with these collars and send them here. Ignoring the shrieking, hissing, clawing ethics of the whole situation. Teleported them here instead of you? Why did you arrive a month before they started showing up and getting catnapped by the gangs? Time moves differently between universes. What happened first can end up coming last, with my cat and myself. And my Albert first. We warned our Max Niles and tried it myself. Can't read that. I arrived first, then Niles, Max, and Warner found an order. Only leaves the first cat, my Albert. I heard something about him coming through, but I haven't got him back. What happened to him? Well, my Albert. What about your Albert? You know what happened to him? Well, I have good news. Death. A thought experiment. Death happened. Happened to him? Death, I guess. Albert is dead? My poor little guy. I assumed the others survived. He would have. Well, you know what they say about assuming. Something very rude about donkeys, which isn't nice. My best friends are donkeys. But what happened to him? How did he end up dead? Body was found at the warehouse downtown. Assigned to foul play. Or foul play, for that matter. A big hole in the roof way above him. No one knew or what he was or what killed him. It's actually how I got involved in this case to begin with. To get to the bottom of things. Plus, you know, he looked a little like me. Holes in the roof, you say? I wonder if the fall killed him. When I've had the time to land on his feet. Maybe the whole thing was just too much strain and trauma for the poor boy. Who's getting 100 years, didn't have the best heart. Used him for your big weird experiment. Ah, well, that was mostly because he curled up inside the machine and refused to budge when I tried to get it started. I went along with it. Gave up arguing with dear Albert years ago. Water. Not like he didn't have the best heart or the best brain. That was my Albert for you. Fluffy, lovable, charming, profoundly stupid. Why are you smirking wistfully at me like that? Just using on the face to led my Albert to this death. Brought another Albert here to help. Just hope you're a little smarter than Albert from my world. What is this cult's goal at any rate? I think you can help them somehow. What is the goal of any cult? Their fanaticism or fantasy. Specifically fulfilling their own fantasies and desires. Right, you here to do that? They arranged the whole thing with you and the cat's teleporting here? Oh no. I don't think they're that smart. My arriving here was an accident. All I know was jump on the chance to capitalize it as I could help them. Help them do what? What did they want? They would not tell me. Other than claiming that reaching other worlds would help them become everything they were supposed to be. They don't have to join the army or something. At any rate, why they've been collecting all the collars. Bringing them together would allow them to rip apart the fabric of reality and reach other worlds. But in the meantime, I've been working on a little backup project. I get them up there as well. Little they know it, it might get me out of here. Okay, never mind all this deep theoretical physics mumbo jumbo. How do I get out? Get you out? Well, just keep the key on them at all times. Oh goody, I'm gonna be a cat burglar. My story. As a kid, I thought I was a cat bugler. I pestered my parents for a bugler. Cat bugler. I pestered my parents for a bugle, and I have an easier idea. The backup project made me work on actually a little miniature teleporter. A small version of my original device. In theory, it could teleport a user to the same spot in another world, but the cult ordered me to work on it. I might use it to get away from here. Any world's got to be better than this one, even they do have smaller, dumber kitties. One, it's not finished yet. Two, I've been deliberately sabotaging and modifying it for more local teleportation. Teleporting me out of my cell. Three, most importantly, it needs to be charged first. More specifically, charged with quantum particles that vibrate between realities. You mean like the charged particles that are on those in those collars? Exactly. If you were stupid enough to bring your collars along, well, it turns out that was a smart move. Being smart in stupid ways is sort of my calling card. Okay, so go into the laboratory, very close to the cell, just out in the tunnel. Once you're in there, mini teleporters and bring it here. What does this mini teleporter look like? You won't be able to miss it. Be an idiot mistaking anything else for it. I'm totally promising, not foreshadowing in any way, shape, or form. Alright, the cultists might discover us at any moment. We're waiting here. Everything depends on you, my second Albert. I think you'll find I'm Prime Albert, the one and only original. I'll have to go prove it. It's interesting. Very interesting plot.
I'd better check the map out again if I'm gonna get out of here. Whoa. What is this place? What is all this stuff? Okay. Schrodinger said the mini teleporter was in this room.
I wonder if that owl is the Schrodinger of this universe.
That even an idiot would know which
well, I said
one
he
it
was
is.
out of town, so I guess not.
And I'm no idiot, so, where should I start? big metal box. Wait, didn't Schrodinger say something about his experiments and research involve cats in boxes or something? Well, this is a box, and boxes make for great teleporters for reasons. Ingenious, really. Yeah, this has got to be it. Nothing else it could be, right? I bet Schrodinger's gonna be impressed.
I didn't even get to look at anything else. I didn't think the first thing I look at would. Good news. I was able to find your teleporter. Thank goodness. Bring it close so I can see it. Here it is. It's not gonna be it. I'll disguise it as this box. You like boxes and putting cats in them to make it disappear or something. I don't judge. Figured this had to be a 999. That was how I got the cats here in the first place, not how I get them out. Look, I don't know the ins and outs of your weird cat in the box obsession, my guy. You do you. Somewhere, somehow, Albert Einstein is laughing at me. I feel it. No, that's not the teleporter I asked you to find. And you'd know that if you paid any attention. I don't know, I kind of figured it may or may not have been a teleporter, and no one could really know until it was properly observed. I was being a little hasty on what I said, even an idiot could recognize it. Either that, or you're a very profound idiot. 6 of one, half of a dozen of the other. I really understood. Think of it. Those are 2 entirely different numbers. Found idiot, got it. Anyway, let's just... That was a temporary snag. You head back there, find the actual teleporter this time. The banana. I want to give him the banana.
Is this a banana? Why is there a banana in here? Seems kind of out of place, which clearly means it must be the mini teleporter. I bet there's all sorts of strange tech hidden within its mysterious rubbery yellow skin. Okay, that last one was a bust, but this has definitely got to be the teleporter. I'm sure Schrodinger will agree.
Good news. We're able to find your teleporter. But you actually collected the right one this time. Oh, absolutely. I recognized the teleporter as soon as I saw banana. Gotta hand it to you. This is an amazingly intelligent move to hide the teleporter on banana. How did you manage to get past the appeal to... What are you talking about? The banana, you stupid feline. Yes, but that's the giveaway, isn't it? Or would something that's odd and out of place like a banana be in a scientific lab? Only one explanation. The cold has kept me fed while I worked, and the banana was my lunch. Okay, 2 explanations, I suppose. Please, my life rests in the hand or paws of a cat who can't recognize a mini teleporter when it's right in front of them. I actually paid attention. All the animal people in this game have human hands. You know, they talk about paws and hooves and claws and stuff. Everyone has human hands. Like your cat could recognize it. Ha. Trust me, you don't want to start comparing your animal like that of my pet cat. I don't think you'd be flattered by the results. Okay, one more time. Get the mini teleporter. Get it right this time. Yeah, fucking... That lock went up in price again. It's like every couple days it's going up, and it's going up like a few dollars in price. Without the cable at all, it's like $42 now. When yesterday it was $33. What the hell, man? Shock surprise. It's been, man.
A watch, huh? It looks like an ordinary watch to me.
A bullshit. Also, I want to get a power cable. This 360 that might work, but I'm hesitant to get one of those fucking Chinese power supplies that are on Amazon, whatever bullshit those are. How could this happen? What could be causing this? I'm hesitating on ordering it because I don't live in like a heavy bike theft area. Knock on, knock on wood. I don't know. I'm very rarely in a part of town where it would be that needed, but I do want it. I don't know. How do you know? Well, I know it. Well, in downtown, well, I would say in the tourist area and where I live, it is highly unlikely your bike will be stolen. And if any bike gets stolen, it won't be mine because there are regularly people leaving out their $1,000 e-bikes and like road bikes just sitting around unlocked. So if anyone's gonna get stolen, it's gonna be theirs. But further, and I went right where that when I went to the Walmart and stuff, and the if you remember when I went down there, that area definitely. That would be. If anybody was gonna get stolen anywhere, it would be when I'm down there. I guess it can happen anytime. I would say there's like a 0.5% chance or 1% chance it gets stolen in where I live, like in Peninsula, or like where I work and like go to Publix and stuff, do some riding around there. Like extremely unlikely. Yeah, I did the math. Downtown with all the tourist stuff, oh, it's probably like, I don't know, like 10%. I know. Better safe than sorry, but you probably those things. I'll get one. I'll get the Eula. Just saying, if I was a bike thief here, I would not be going for my bike. Anyway, I need to get one before it goes up in price another fucking $10. Watch, huh? Looks like ordinary watch to me.
Genius.
It'll be $60 in a month, probably. Ain't even the tariffs aren't even and other shit. None of this stuff even started yet, and they're raising the price. Happens when things actually.
Said it was a mini teleporter.
Yeah.
How much more mini do you get than being on the back of your wrist? That guy is so smart. All right, I got the last two wrong, but this time it's gotta be the one. Third time's the charm. Ow, that hurt. Didn't land on my feet that time because something was under my feet.
That
What
ain't
did
a
I
mini
trip on?
teleporter.
Huh? What's this?
But yeah, also, I was looking at the.
Looks like some garbage
till he's
just
done
lying
all.
around. I guess Schrodinger isn't practicing good organization in the lab. Someone should call him on that. I'll bring this along so I can wave it in his face and scold him.
Yeah, I was also looking at I wanted to see the 360 I got for $12 works because I have no way of testing it. But this uses the new slim power supply. I was looking on Amazon, they only have like the Chinese like knockoff ones. I'd be like, if it does work, those will probably fry it. I don't know about those. I'll like grab one off Amazon. Not Amazon, eBay. Have like a real one, OEM one. Somebody's used one. Oh, why Microsoft can't just put. I was able to find a teleporter. My console will be fine. Cable fucking break. It won't work, but most likely power supply set itself on fire. That's good. Oh, Microsoft can't just put a fucking power supply in the goddamn console. They did it with the original Xbox. Can just use a fucking normal cable, normal whatever volt standard power cable like the PS2 uses, whatever it's called. I can swap between them just fine, but 360, no, it's gotta have a big, fat, stupid fucking brick. Only works with it. Can't bear another run of idiocy. Please tell me you actually brought the teleporter this time. Oh, absolutely. Process of elimination. I figured absolutely, positively. A 75% chance that it has to be this watch. Mentions the mini teleporter. Figured it had to be something that you went on your wrist. All convenient like watch. Oh, some excellent deductive reasoning. Woohoo! For the bit where you were totally wrong. It's just an ordinary watch, dumb cough. Don't blame me. We're the one talking about all the weird stuff like reality and time being weird and bendy and stuff. That totally had to be a hint at watches and clocks. I'm thinking of that one artist who does weird bendy watches and clocks. Integrating a power supply is a whole other stack of regulatory testing requirements that keep it external. Yeah, well, Sony does it. What's his name? Salvador Dalmatian. Unbelievable. A lab with barely anything of note, and you still failed to find the one vital device. I tried okay. I went through almost everything that was there, and now there's barely anything left. On to one last thing to check. That and the garbage I tripped over. Garbage? What do you mean? Yeah, this thing I tripped over on my way out. You ever clean or organize your workspace? You just litter everything, anything broken or worthless on the ground. Stupid, beautiful cat. This is the mini teleporter. Found it. I did? Obviously I did. Were you sure? Kinda dead. Doesn't even turn on. Of course not. It has been charged with quantum particles. Couldn't use it earlier. Hoping for a chance to charge at one of the collars the cult's been keeping. Now that adorable idiot's brought along his collars like a good little kitty. Oh, hang on, not that type of kitty. No. Oh wait, you mean the Albert collar? Or Albert? Your Albert's collar. Oh, you meant something else. Touch his collar to the mini teleporter for a few moments. You feel a slight tingle. Yep. Ow. First all staticky. Ready, then hand it through the bars. Make sure you're ready to run once I'm out. Right, I think I'm juicing it to get where I'm going. Excellent. Pass the bars to me, I'll activate it. Niels, Max, Warner, come to me, little one. I'm going to get you out of this nasty place and back home to a nice saucer of milk. Actually, Mr. Physicist, who apparently doesn't know his biology, most cats are lactose intolerant and... It was worth an abracadabra. Why didn't you just teleport out of the cell like that? For now, at least, the teleporter will take me to the source of its quantum charge. In this case, the collar. It's very shocking, confusing to you. Actually, not shocking at all. Confusing, absolutely, but it sounds just like a small version of the IQ-0 machine that teleports me places. Take a look at it. Well, you can if you wait. You've been teleporting yourself? Albert's collar? But how? The long story, lots of physics involved, which you'd probably dig, actually, and the machine's a lot bigger than that. More colorful, too. Perhaps you can tell me all about your own quantum spatial adventures. Maybe after we escape this united cult. Right, follow me. Let's open the entrance to the tunnels. We're through and back in the cab and we can go get help. Let me slip under first. Why? One who's been hiding for weeks. Really deserve to get out of here first. Yeah, but consider my counter argument. I don't like it here and I want to leave, so I need to leave. Fine, go ahead then. Be careful. The door is being held up by sheer dumb luck at this point. Given your presence, I figure we have plenty of that at this point. Wait a minute. We can't. Now you're through and safe on the other side. Next up is cats. Neil, Warner, Max, come to me, my little babies. Okay, now everyone but me is totally safe. I think it's high time for me to be totally safe as well. Warner, what are you doing? Stop scratching at that thing. A toy, young man. Leave it alone. Stop batting at it. Cat's an asshole. Isn't it in your way? It's in a rather awkward place, isn't it? You just nudge it so it's out of the way. Oh no, wait. Oh, not exactly my brightest moment. Help! Help! I'm claustrophobic. I don't do well in enclosed spaces. Nice try, but I'm a cat owner. You little felines manage to worm your way into the small spaces with great happiness. But the small spaces don't usually come with dangerous kidnapping cults. Whatever, there's a way to open the door on your side. Flip the switches on the lamp thingy. The walls at once. Playing like a true professional. You're supposed to be the award-winning brainiac. Fine. Simple terms. Flip four levers quickly. Jam open the door quickly. Got it? Yes, except for the quickly bit. Not cat like you. I'm getting along in years. No way I can move that quickly. Oh frick. You saying I'm stuck in here? I can go get help. Who should I look for? Eddie, Alma, Mr. G, Rudy. Mr. G's with his. Oh, the police. What's Rude? Not Rudy. And Alma. Who's Lily? Rudy is the moose, right? I don't remember who Lily is. Oh, Lily is the is she the dance instructor or the lawyer? No, Betty's the lawyer. No, Betty's the dance instructor. Lily. I think Lily. She's the one always helping. Because I pay her. What named Lily? She'd help me out. I'm sure. She's always had a soft spot for me. This doesn't bode well for intelligence, I fear. It's Betty, though. He's a coward. Very well. What about you? What can I do to help get you out once I find help? Map on the wall showed there was a bunch of cemeteries and graveyards out here. You can tell us might link up to them. Below to bring help and meet me at Cat Cemetery. Bird burial ground. Waiting at Katie for the Dead Cemetery. Get there as soon as I can. Memorize the route through the tunnel to reach the exit. After the tunnel's out, you have to go straight through the cultist meeting hall to get there. Cults are still meeting. Yeah, I know. That's why I told you to bring help and I'm gonna be waiting there. Be coming in hot, a lot of coldness on my very fine tail. Very well. Find your friend and make sure that they bring plenty of backup. Right now, where you go, have a foolproof plan that you tell you. You need to tell them exactly so that we. Hello?
Well, crap. He left in a hurry. Sure hope it was because he was worried about me and wanted a rescue party put together quickly. Anyway, I guess I won't be getting out this way anytime soon. Which means there's only one way to go. I'd better check the map out again if I'm gonna get out of here.
Left, right, right, left, left, right. It's easy to remember. Left.
the lion's den, if there are any lions in the cult.
Stealth. All part of the cult. Brethren, the dawning of a new age. The thing we work for is at hand.
The police was in on this. That's the least surprising thing I've learned all day, actually.
Ray, at least we're going to have everything we ever wanted. About time. That fool Schrodinger was never going to finish that device of his. We don't need it now. Now they have all the collars in our possession. If we touch them all together, it will open a rupture for us.
Just like Schrodinger was worried about. But hang on.
Not to be the cultist guy, but you mean all the collars. There are 5 and we're still only got 3.
Someone else noticed it too. I was worried I'd screwed up the math.
Understandable error on your part, Brother Go. Yes, we have 3. These 3. Heavily provided by the gang's contacts with the criminal underworld.
I can barely hear him. He's too small. Maybe if I lean in a little closer.
Last 2 have them now as well, seeing as they're about to be hand-delivered. The world's biggest moron. Told you that idiot would show up eventually. This is, explain. Here to arrest you all, collect my fee, turn Jimmy's hat. Collect my fee. Mrs. G. Definitely not spying anything nefarious, just making sure I get paid for my work. Or Detective Wilde, but I will not be paying you right now. On the money. Once I do, not matter anymore. That doesn't sound ominous at all. We just work out payment plan, or please tell me I can thump him if he doesn't shut up. Or are you thumping him even if he does? Up now. We're not shutting up. What do I have to do now to get thumped? I think something will happen pretty definitely. Might be more satisfying to watch after you achieve their goal. Now, however, handcuff him and take his collars. Shove him in the cell with Schrodinger until we finish with the ritual. But you know I had the remaining collars the whole time? Of course, you nincompoop. Was there in the room when you stole one of them from my vault, remember? Yeah, but then why didn't you try and steal it back from me like with Elma? You are what we in organized crime biz call a total moron. Always time energy on you when we eventually gonna end up bumming into our claws anyway. Wouldn't have bothered pacing Elma's place if I know she was gonna hand hers over to you too. Didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Elma didn't give me anything, not even any info. In fact, I don't even know who Elma is. We saw the two of you chatting in the bar earlier today. About the collars at that. How do you know she even had a collar in the first place? After all, man has stopped her from making off a one and a cat in my case. Or did, which suggested you probably had been looking for others too to make a quick buck. Fluffy hussy. Snuck into my house and stole it from Schrodinger's closet. I knew she was bad news. My dear sweet Mr. G, who wasn't involved in any of this and doesn't know anything about my little side. You want to tell her or should I? I ain't telling her nothing. 5 minutes, not gonna matter anyway. Which reminds me. I think an easier plan anyway. False collars and multiverses and a bunch of stuff Schrodinger explained that I completely ignored. Still don't know what you're actually trying to gain. How's messing with reality gonna help you? Like we're dumb enough to tell you. Actually, our cult charter specifically states that we must share our grand vision when asked in order to recruit new members, so we're actually legally obligated to tell them. What? That's ridiculous. Who wrote our charter? Some idiots with no understanding of the law? Did you write our charter? Alright. Well, I didn't want more chances to protect my dramatic monologue. I didn't want more chances to practice my dramatic monologue. Maybe a chance to explain how ripping open the fabric of reality is supposed to make you rich. Yes, I was always a bit unclear about that too. Figured it works out somehow. Got a limited vision, wow, even for a cat. Never about wealth or money for us. It wasn't? I thought we were going to get rich off it. I should actually read the charter. Since our founding, we've always known the true power beyond society's ridiculous trappings is in nature. Back to our roots, our natural selves, our natural forms. I think as nature intended. I don't get it. Of course you don't. You're a stupid short cat in a dumb suit. It's not what you're supposed to be, any more than I'm supposed to be working a day job and wearing a tie to keep my wife happy. Supposed to be 6,000 pounds of muscle, horn, and fury. You're supposed to be a tiny four-legged furball like the one that came with Schrodinger. Now, thanks to Schrodinger, we can all be what we were supposed to be. What? Want us to be like the animals in Schrodinger's world? But why? Hey, society stinks. Just because it's filled with idiots like you. Superior animal, not superior animals. They're better. We didn't know what that was or how to get it. So dear Schrodinger appeared in my living room, coming from other realities. Who this could be waiting for, so I captured him and told the others. Well, man, I got a bit hazy on things after that. I'm not sure how turning into our natural selves is going to make us all rich, but I'm sure it's part of the plan somehow. All right. The point is that we realize that the animals in Schrodinger's world, our natural forms really are. We started walking and talking and paying taxes. And thus, is what we had to do. Open our universe and either rewrite it or leave it entirely for one where we can return to our natural forms and live the way nature intended. That's your evil plan? Your nefarious scheme to end all schemes? Genius, isn't it? What do you think? I'm sorry. You expected me to have any other answers in mind? What's so stupid about it? Off the top of my head, to destroy reality, where's the profit? Natural form stuck, you're missing steps, it's just dumb. You realize that bringing the collars together would rip a hole, open a hole in the quantum metric multi-thing and what's it? And that's bad? Who cares? Not our problem. Really certain that our universe ceasing to exist technically counts as your problem. No, it'll be your universe. We're going somewhere better. As long as that doesn't get destroyed, I suppose. All the universes are destroyed? What then? I'm just saying, this is the ultimate plan of the universe doesn't seem very thought out. At all thought out. Anything resembling thought went into it. Got some sort of nerve saying that, Albert. Schrodinger the dumber than the cat Schrodinger brought it. Maybe true, but it seems like I'm smarter than all of you, huh? We're all the ones outnumbered and trapped. Yo, Jimmy, grab him and take his collars. And you can go keep Schrodinger company in ourselves. Music to my ears. Good up, cat. Before you lock me up, there's something very important I have to say to. Gee, bad news. I found out what your husband was really hiding in his bedroom. He was getting his ducks in a row. Pardon? I only had any ducks come around to our place, and certainly never wanted to see him. I mean, divorced ducks. Fucking divorce. Whatever. Planning to divorce you. What? How could he? All the cleaning I've done for him? No, right? Now he cuts you loose to go date another wolf in sheep's clothing. I hadn't think about it. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll save it for later, okay? Bigger things to worry about. This is just distracting everyone. Sure is. Yoink. You're right. I, as a cat, good at three things: being dumb, being distracting, and being dexterous. Idiots! Snatch the collars. Get them. Better run. Oh shit. You duck. You duck. Left. Yeah, I got him. Left, right, right, left, left, right. Quest completed.
Is this? Yes. I made it. The cat cemetery. Just where I thought.
Whoa.
Now, let's hope I don't end up in one of these graves.
Whoa, he didn't
ahead
fuck
of
up.
schedule.
Something gonna happen? Oh.
Oh boy. You sure caught up quick.
Yo, big, strong, very terrifying buddy. Sure we can talk about this. No, I'm done talking to you. Right now, I'm gonna be thumping you. Yo, how could you? Oh, honey, I can explain. I said thumping, not humping. Heard you the first time. It's bad enough wanting to thump Albert. You forgive that. You could? Everyone wants to thump Albert at some point. You do? Oh, Lily. Oh, Lily was the... I got 'em mixed up. Betty is the pig lawyer. Lily is, I guess, the dance instructor. I guess it doesn't matter. You only got thumped by big and horny here. It took me a while to find your friend, then another while to explain everything to her. Thank goodness he did. Who would have known who you really are, Joe? You know, Albert may be annoying, idiotic pain in the butt. You're supposed to be rescuing me, not beating me even worse than Wilde. You know what? He's more rhythm than he ever will. Well, the report of murder. I thought for a moment you'd investigate it. Worry, Lily helped me find someone else who would. Freeze! I guess they're all showing. The cultist and camera turned to see Betty along with Officer Hippo and some other random police officers with guns drawn on the cultist. What? There's no such law for the last one, I should know. I'm a cop. Actually, reality is certain incidental properties. Thus, destruction of reality can be seen as destruction of property, so... I confirm that I was definitely catnap. Actually, those charges were for Schrodinger's cat. For what it's worth, I'm marginally glad you're okay. Woohoo, progress. All I do is save reality itself. I mean, that gets us to reluctant tolerance. You do better than you want actual vague warm feeling. Alma, what are you doing here? Well, when a strange pink-skinned creature comes running through the woods yelling for help, you start to pay attention. You definitely do when you realize it's the same guy your brother found. Figure, well, I'm already involved. May as well see it. Lucky to meet both Betty and Elma. I was not expecting Elma to be related to the sheep who almost rescued me. She came to help too. I'm glad I was able to help you actually get free this time. But came for another reason. Honey, I could forgive your crappy cud pies, your strange sense and decor, and your ballet budget. Even your habit of trapping interdimensional scientists in your closet. You can forgive that? I need water. Been on ripping apart reality? Sorry, babe, that's just too far from me. Official, I want a devoted friend and partner who'll be weather any storms and also clean the place for going. Hey, sweetie. Okay. See, I'm not the dumbest animal. I hate to admit it. Yeah, my brother's got you. Where is he? Where's that damn bird? I'm gonna kill him. Oh boy. This Schrubdinger guy told me how much grief you've really given me. Not only did you cut Bolt's script the only way this idiot would ever get the money to pay me back. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Now this is gonna be front page news and everyone's gonna want to know about it. I'll run the newsstand by myself. That wasn't bad enough. You lost your jaunty hat. You are so fired. I was planning to land on your antlers and poop on you as soon as I got my first natural form back in you. Even if Schrodinger found you all, how did you all get here? Rode them here, sweetie, naturally. Like kerfuffle with your friends here looking for help. I heard you were in danger. I just had to pitch in to save you. Really? Wait, let me guess. I still have outstanding. Pay if you're dead, I say. Guys, I'm a lawyer. Sounded like this bus would result in a lot of potential new clients. That they will. A few of them will wake us. Make use of your service while we finish booking. Rested them delicately. That's the last of them. One way for the absolute maximum law allows. At least a few months. Everyone, I want to say that I'm awesome. You're welcome. True friends. Still confused. I'm still confused. Right, I know a lot of very important stuff just happened, and to be honest, I don't really understand any of it. Ever changing, indescribably empty-headed love, like yourself. I like a little more change from them. Really changing from someone who can't pay his debts to someone who can. I don't get it. Never mind the idiot. I just gotta get these colds back to the station. Thanks for the rest of you. I have to get back to my universe with my cats and those collars. Destroyed so they cannot be used like this again. Returning to my own dimension will require more powerful machine than the teleporter I devised. Or I might find one. I know where. What you do? Oh, wonders never cease. You take me there? Absolutely. And by take you there, I mean hitch a ride there before I test my there because I left my car back in the city. Putting epilogue.
There's something about the drive home after solving a case. You're tired, but triumphant. Drained, but delighted. Exhausted, but...
Are you monologuing? I guess. Stop it. Got no time for it. We're almost at the end, after all. Plenty of time for that later.
The end of what?
I'll mention it. You and Albert and that weird cult got enough clients to put 10 more kids. I mean, you was the least I could do. You know, the kids. Sorry these seats are uncomfortable. Put their toys all over, so if you feel something poking you into your butt, all it is. No trouble. Cats have found them and are playing with them. Oh, they are adorable, aren't they? Are all the cats in your world that cute? Way cuter than Albert here. Ending that theme is speaking of your kids, Deborah. Where are they? Took them out for the woods for a little family excursion, right? Didn't leave them there, did you? Hope you two don't mind if I drop you off the door and then head back up. I seem to have forgotten something important. Back. Here I am. Look, I saved Schrodinger and saved the world. All the world, actually. He did, technically. I was as surprised you are, frankly. I'm not. Ah, see? Still believes in me. I actually expected this buffoon to save the multiverse? How? Why? He's an Albert. Albert saved the day. Even the worst of them, it seems. Me, I sure... Huh? Saying this, but I agree with Albert. Huh? What do you mean Albert saved the day? That's what we do. That's why I'm here. Wait, what? Who are you? Oh my god. Sorry for the disguise. I was under orders not to reveal myself until the situation was under control. But I wasn't very chatty. I need to recognize your own voice. Or me? A mirror? A cat? You're a cat? You're a cat? I thought you were an owl. Brilliant perception and deductive reasoning. Mark of Indian Calvert. Proper inductions are in order. You, my name is Albert Wilde. I also go by Albert693. Nice to meet you properly, Albert. 120,431. Never seen such a handsome devil all my life. When I look in the mirror. This is the designation number of your reality. There are countless versions of reality, versions of people, versions of Albert. You need to keep them straight. Fascinating. You're an Albert from another reality. What are you doing this one and why? If you Schrodinger 3 to save this world, your world and every world. That's what Quifa does. What a what does? I heard a rude word. No. Quifa is short for Quantum Investigation Federation of Alberts. Organization of Alberts from cross realities dedicated to protecting those realities. Reality's in danger. One of our agents, me in this case, uses one of our quantum teleporters to head into the field and deal with the situation. What kind of situation? All sorts. Track and investigate quantum incursions across the multiverse, from minor incidents to distant catastrophes. Things like the cultist plan, now I see. Oh, I don't see. How do you know about this? The whole brave and stoic Albert reality stick with it. How do you even know there's any danger in the first place? The organization has technology to monitor the fabric of quantum space, time, any and all material movement between realities. No idea what any of that means. You might imagine, one scientist, 5 cats, and 5 collars fully charged with quantum energy. Quite a big movement. I believe I'm to blame for that, not this Albert, if you can believe. Once we realized what would happen, we put a watch on this reality so we could return you and your cats at the earliest opportunity. Then we realized what the cultist plan. I'll explain as part of Protocol QLARC to act as the undercover agent. Does it happen often? We've got an entire organization dedicated to stopping multidimensional threats and stuff, right? How many others are there? Countless. Just a few weeks ago, we had no less than 3 reality warpers, 2 potential interdimensional annihilation events. Probably slept easier not knowing the sort of constant risk of reality. Nature of the beast, sadly. There are infinite possibilities in universes. There are infinite opportunities for things to go wrong. Not a catastrophe either. Sometimes it's just petty crime, like interdimensional personage. Well, how does that even work? Sometimes innocent people or animals just end up stumbling into the wrong reality. All they do is escort them home. It's my favorite part of the job. Looking forward to helping Schrodinger home for all other hard work. Why all Alberts? Our organization of heroic, dashing, brilliant investigators. All just versions of me. Why? Frankly, I was wondering the same thing. Story of how we were founded. Tale for another time. But as far as why we recruit members of the cause, such an important cause requires the best of the best, doesn't it? Creme de la creme. Pinnacle perfection. I'm just going. I don't know where it's going, but I like it. Studies have shown that Alberts in the multiverse to be, on average, incredibly intelligent, quick-witted, fit, charismatic, and tenacious investigators. On average, there's an odd universe with an exception. Like for you didn't know that one. I had to be all those things, otherwise you'd have been screwed. Speaking of, about Schrodinger's Albert. You saved our reality in Schrodinger, but you're forgetting what you didn't save. Poor little cat called Albert. Pains me knowledge dumb big cat called Albert has a point. Albert 3. Sorry we weren't able to save him. Death with a tragic accident. Not something any of us could have prevented. Explosion that occurred when traveling from one world to another can be dangerous. The nation's teleporter is protected against it, but poor Albert only had a collar and a little colic. My poor boy. You still have me. Going to downgrade. Anyway, I'm sorry for your loss. He's like a very good kitty. Frankly, I would have probably executed a protocol cooler from him if he survived. You didn't do anything. Say you came to this universe to help do stuff and be brilliant, Agent Albert, but you didn't really do anything. Besides, show you how to use the collar in IQ 0 machine. Well, sure, you didn't exactly dive in the middle of things, did you? You sat on your fake feather butt while I did all the work. Here's the good question. If you're trying to save the world in the multiverse, why would you leave his paws of all places? Normally, I'd be in the thick of things, but role Q-Lark involves lying low, observing, and keeping interaction to a minimum while evaluating a potential recruit. Interaction to minimum. You barely said 2 words and you have to help IQ 0 machine. You've... Sorry, wait. A potential recruit? What? Protocol Q-Lark stands for Quantum Local Albert Recruitment Crisis. Opportunity for us to see how the local Albert handles a quantum crisis. I was abroad with initial quantum support technology, then served both as backup and as observation and evaluation on Albert's performance. I imagine it was miserable and embarrassing enough to discount him from your recruitment. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, you ever recruit this idiot to your rank? Isn't it obvious? I'm the best. They need variety. They're desperate. They're desperate. I'm the best. You get the memo with other org. I recruit the best of the best. From the grim. Me, right? Oh, that's beside the point. See, even say he's a recruitment hero with a straight face. Yes, Alberts we recruited so far. Intelligent, skillful, and resourceful in a crisis. Sometimes in this job, not enough. Sometimes the only thing that can crack a case or save reality is dumb luck. That's something we're really lacking. Can't get that kind of luck by being smart. In fact, being smart cancels it out. The only way to get dumb luck, the kind of profoundly dumb luck we need, is to be dumb in the first place. Get this straight. We're hiring this idiot because he's an idiot. You can call on his dumb luck to save the multiverse. About the size of it, yeah. Smells something weird. Smell like burning plastic. There's maybe something, the heater, I don't know. Weird. Not my computer. I think if something was burning in my computer, I don't think the stream would be on. I don't think my computer would be on. I think it's just the heat. I think the heater kicked on and it's just smelling weird. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm in your strange non-animal face. Who has 2 paws and best dumb luck ever? You do, as your performance in this case is clearly shown. Should point out, you actually have 4 paws. I think I'm ready to go home now. I don't want to spend another minute in reality where this fluffy fool is the best hope for survival. Actually, if he joined us, that would be every reality. Change my mind. I'm ready to leave reality altogether. Thanks, dear. Your Schrodinger 3. Let's get you back to your reality. IQ 0 machine is already set up and charged. How ready to use the charge and 5 callers get you. With that, it will self-destruct, prevent any other incursion. Wait, so I won't be able to use it to help around anymore? Couldn't want the collars anyways. So everything will return to normal once I leave the Schrodinger. You'll need to decide before we go. You with us, Albert? 120431. We count you well. No, your dumb luck rather to help us break the multiverse. Yes. 2 weeks later. No, I don't have a choice.
Just another day in the city.
What's that smell?
My city. And this city never changes. Well, one reality, at least. This city is rotten to the core. It stinks like a warthog that's been wallowing in some suspicious brown mud left by an elephant. Someone's got to clean up this city.
I'm glad I didn't keep pushing this game because it's been over an hour. I would have been like over 4 hours stream. Shouldn't even went an extra hour last time. This would have just been a normal. This would have been a normal 2 hour stream.
I guess it's gotta be me. Who else could I trust to keep this city's butt clean and well licked?
Oh, sorry. Tripped over a box. How I got there. I think you put it there. Yeah, gee. Only been here less than a day. I'm already getting as stupid as you are. the last of your stuff from your death, huh? You submitted resignation. 2 middle hooves count as resignation. Middle hooves? Yeah, more they deserve, I think. Anyway, welcome to the new gig, partner. I'm regretting my choices in life. If I'm your partner, why isn't my name on the door too? Oh, when I said partner, I was thinking more sidekick, you know, kind of background support to my magnificent. Bite me. Anyway, where's my office? Put my stuff away. There's a secret panel on the back there where I stash my litter box. It better be worth it, cat. Or some cases that will make a world of difference.
This city never changes, except when it does. Shocking twist of logic, I know. I always worked as a lone cat, but lately, I've begun to realize the benefits of working as part of a team.
Burning plastic. I like check on it.
Might have gone back to normal after Schrodinger and the other Albert left, but that's one souvenir I'm gonna hang on to. Well, that and the other souvenir. The name's Albert Wilde. Private Eye. I solve the cases no one else wants, in this reality or the next. I'm not just cleaning up this city, I'm cleaning up every city. Wait, that reminds me. I need a new mop and bucket. I'll have to go shopping later. Betty won't mind if I store it in her office. Anyway, I'm a new breed of kitty, catching the interdimensional rats of crime. I'm not just a PI. I'm Albert Wilde. Quantum PI.
Wow. That was the original name of the game. They changed it. Oh, are you monologuing again? He said the thing. Wow. End. Oh, look, little. There's no like a universe or a galaxy or whatever in this shadow. Andrea Dickopolis. Dickiopolis. In Greek? Chiri Storodorokopoulos. I think it's in Greek. Alistair Hamblin is Albert. Maria Alupi is Albert's Mew. According to consoles. It's on console? Dedicated to David Lynch. Wow. I'm gonna screenshot that. I said this came out like the day he died. They must have updated that recently, or it came out like around like the day after, very soon around the time he died. So I don't know if that just was it was always dedicated to David Lynch, or they just threw that in.